Hello HAVOC, this is Killed Tomato here, bringing you another update for the Minecraft server HAVOC. A couple things I wanted to go over. I know I haven't made an update video in a while. We've been working on some things. Dougie and I have especially been kicking around some new things to add to the TomatoVine, which, as you know by now, hopefully, is our custom-made plugin designed just for HAVOC and just for you guys. With the most recent patch update, which is 1.5.2, we added several new things into our server itself. The first thing, one of the more noticeable things, is the new votes. There are now, well, the whole thing got kind of redone. Everything's still random items. You still get all the standard things. Nothing really has changed with how it all works, but there are a lot more items in there. There's 290 items now instead of the original 40 we had, and now you have a chance of getting double your vote items. So basically what happens is you would vote and it'll go through its whole spiel with the random item generation and things like that, and if I think it's like a 13% chance, somewhere around there, that you'll hit the lucky vote, and the lucky vote will give you double your random items, double your money, and double your golden apples when you vote. So that's cool. And again, there's now just a load of new items in there. Everything from armor, weapons, tools, glitched items, weird things, just like everything. I went through this huge list of all the items that could possibly be stored inside an inventory, and without breaking the game, and got them in there. So there are even glitched items in there, such as just signposts, which is weird. Wall signs, which are just floating signs. You can get stems, and soil is actually kind of interesting because it's basically farmland that you don't have to hoe. You just place it, so it's kind of neat. So there's some weird items in there, but that's all new stuff, and that's pretty cool. Something else you put in is explosion disorientation, which is something, it was actually Dougie's idea, or as you probably know him on the server as Shrout. He kicked an idea at me that was if explosion happens nearby, you should get like disoriented or something like that. And so I played around with that for a while, and I got it to work, I think, like really well. I think it works really well. Basically what happens is if like a TNT or something explodes nearby, it takes your base damage, which is the damage that you would receive before your armor or explosion resistance or things like that were to take place, and then it gives you blindness and confusion for a length of time based on the base damage of the explosion. So if you are really close to an explosion, if you're basically standing on top of an exploding TNT, you'll get like 30 seconds of disorientation. If you're just far enough away to take damage, I think something around there, but it's all based on how close you are in proximity to the explosion. So yeah, now you get disoriented when you explode. We just think it's kind of cool. It does add a little bit more realism to a game with floating dirt and crazy physics, but just something really cool, something for you guys to play with. It doesn't have to directly always affect you. You can use it to your advantage by using more TNT and PvP and things like that. We just think it's really neat. I think it works really well, and I'm glad I put it in, but let us know what you think. There's also a chance that you'll get an adrenaline rush, which is something I just kind of snuck in there without telling anybody too much. So basically, if a block explodes next to you, you'll get the disorientation and everything, and I think there's like a 9% chance that you'll get an adrenaline rush, which basically just gives you I think it's speed 4 actually, so you'll just run around really fast after you just take explosive damage, which is kind of neat. I think just adds a little bit more chaos to the game, and I think it's really cool. We had a couple more things. One of them being that when you kill a player in PvP, you have a chance of getting half of their levels. So if you took out another player that had like 30 levels, there's I think like a 10% chance that you'll get 15 levels from doing that. So yeah, brings more reason to PvP to the table. Makes it more worthwhile to go and find people, especially people with large bases who grind all day and gain levels. So yeah, just something fun. We also put in some more haste things on top of the magic pies that we implemented with our last TomatoVine update. So when you eat a pie, or when you just right click with a pie, basically, you get haste. And now when you mine diamonds, emerald, or gold ore, you'll get haste as well. We think this will encourage people to go and mine more and explore more and things like that. So that's just kind of cool. So if you're mining and you find some cool ore and you dig it up and all of a sudden like you can dig like stupid quick, that's why. Just something we put in there. What else? That's kind of what we're trying to do. We're trying to put in more random events, things like that, just to make the game more interesting and make it more of its namesake, HAVOC. We want it to be a little more chaotic. I'm trying to put in a lot more random events. We don't want it to be so chaotic that it's game breaking, and we don't want you to have like no control over how you play the game, but we do want more crazy things to happen, basically. So we're working on putting this stuff in. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. If you ever want to check out what we're working on, the dev server is always up. It's played@tomatocraft.org. This will eventually turn into the Reaper games, which we have been working on for a while. So we won't have a dev server once that comes up. But in the meantime, you can always go connect to that and see what we're working on. If we don't have a video up for a while, or we don't, mention anything in game, you can always check that out. I think right now I have like teleporting bows, and I think there's actually a chance that you can shoot like wither skulls out of them at this point too. I've been screwing around with a lot of things. So yeah. Now granted, the dev server is probably really buggy most of the time. That's where we do things. So we don't just go on HAVOC and just like try things out and like constantly reload and like crash the server with all of this random stuff we're trying to do. So that's a little safe spot to go and test out new things. Stuff like that. Yeah, Reaper Games is still a work in progress. We're trying to get that together. I'm leaning towards a survival games type of server, but I'm really trying to focus on random events, random mob spawnings, lightnings, explosions, just crazy things. I'm working a lot with random chance, percentages, statistics, and listeners mostly. So things that will listen for certain events to occur, and then when they do, go through code and have some type of random craziness happen. So that's pretty much what we're doing. Just working on that. I would like to get new stuff added to HAVOC with every Minecraft update. This includes patches. So with the 1.5.2 patch that just recently happened, we put in this new stuff, and we want to continue this trend. We don't want to get so far away from the essence of Minecraft that it becomes something completely different, but we want to put more things towards HAVOC's namesake and make it chaotic and just more interesting and stuff you can pretty much only find here. We want to keep it unique and cool and fun for you guys. That's the whole idea. We're really in it for you guys. So if you have any comments, questions, or even some ideas, something cool that you thought of that we could maybe put in, just give us a holler, and we'll definitely take it into consideration. Please post in the comments or the forums, things like that. Get other players behind you if you really want something done, and we'll do our best to make it happen, if it's reasonable, of course. So yeah, we did put in an anti-X-ray plugin. This is something that we didn't make, obviously, mainly because we're sick of reading ban appeals all day. I hate it. Ban appeals suck. But there are no servers free of X-rayers or cheaters and things like that. But our big thing is X-ray. Like, Jesus Christ, so many X-rayers. So we put this thing in, and so if you notice like your chests all of a sudden turn to stone or something like that, just walk by them and they'll turn back. This is just to prevent cheating and things of this nature, to keep like a safe and a fun to play server for you guys mostly. Mostly it is all for you guys. Like, we don't do it for our health or anything. Yeah, so that's in. Give us some feedback on that. We got it so there's like almost no block lag. The original build we had of it had some block lag, so we kind of dumbed it down a little bit, and now it's working, and there's like next to no lag. So, but if it's causing problems, things like that, just let us know. But mainly, we can't be on all the time. We have school, classes to go to, jobs to go to, so we needed something that will at least maintain a fun play environment for everybody without this constant X-ray BS that we have to deal with. So yeah, and let us know if you have any recommendations for our current plugins. We definitely do take what you say into consideration. We read the forum posts, we check things out. So if you have any recommendations or questions, concerns, or anything like that, please feel free to post or ask us in game, and we will totally let you know what's going on. Some things get weird, some things break, and we'll definitely try to fix them, which is part of the reason that we make our own plugins here. It's because when things break, we can fix them right away, instead of waiting for another developer to like handle it. So yeah, and the same thing goes for if you want us to add things to plugins that we have. I know one of our players, STZ, a while ago mentioned that the team teleportation for Lyco's teams was kind of sketchy, because anyone in your team can teleport to anyone at any time, and he recommended making it a toggle, like we gave you TP toggle, and that was totally a great idea and something I didn't think of. So that night, actually I think the next night, I put a toggle on it. I made that work, and I think it made him happy. I think it was a good idea, and so now you have that. So we do listen to you guys, definitely, and we do try to make it as fun as possible for you, and as playable for you as possible, and we just want you to have a good time and come hang out. We love seeing you guys on. It gets me like super excited on the weekends when we have like our peak time, and I see like 30 plus players on. It's just like, yay. So yeah, that's I guess that's really all the news I have for right now. I'm gonna be trying to put more videos out, more updates, things like that. I'm kicking around doing like a Let's Play HAVOC with one of my alternate accounts, and just going through just completely plebbed with no permissions or anything like that, or just standard default permissions, just like you guys, and just playing the game and then posting. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, or post a forum, or tell me in game, something like that. Like I said, keep talking to us. We'll keep talking to you. We'll keep making it better for everybody. And I think that's all I have. So I hope to see you on the server. Happy raiding. Love you guys.